in this life there are some things we also need to tackle and look at them and just consider what should be done or what should be considered to be. So Eva Sanito is my name. Thank you for clicking on this video. I appreciate your love and support for this channel. So there is a friend of mine, I think she's going to watch this video. He shared her story to me and I was like, let me bring it here, then you see. But I'm not going to disclose the name, but I will share the story so that you can also give me your views. In this life we need to support each other, talk to each other, so that we see what should be considered. So this friend of mine, she shared that story. Let's say we are going to call that friend of mine Jane. Then the boyfriend, let's call him John. Jane and John. So the another person in this story, let us call him Matthew. So the girl is Jane, then the boyfriend is John, then another boy in this story is called Matthew. So Matthew came and told me that I had my boyfriend one time. So when we were courting, we were in courtship. I know people, I know some of you are married, some of you are not. But before marriage, courtship has to take place. So they were courting, planning to get married, like having that expectation that we will one time get married. But unfortunately they were cohabiting. But I'm not saying that you should do it because the Bible is against it. God does not allow that. He needs you to first, after knowing each other, then you get married. That's when you're allowed to do some things in the Bible. That's what the Bible says. So fornication is not allowed. So for them, she told me they were cohabiting. So when they were cohabiting together in the night, that girl, the so-called Jane, was working on a certain shop. So she was working for someone else on a certain shop. That shop was electronics shop where they sell chargers, phones, phone accessories, all that. So when she was selling those things, then there came a customer of whom we have called him Matthew. So Matthew came and she told me he bought a phone. Then after buying a phone and was like, oh, can I take your number in case I need something else, I can just call. Then Jane accepted and I was like, it is okay since you are a customer. And of course, giving out your number, it doesn't mean there is anything you're thinking about. But sometimes the person requesting for the number, most of the time they have intentions. So when Matthew took the number, Jane gave him the number. So in a certain day, on a certain day night, it was around East African time. It was around 11. So Matthew called, and unfortunately Matthew called when Jane was with her boyfriend, who is called John. So Jane was with John, and now unfortunately Matthew called. You know, in this life there are some men, we have different men with different characters. So some people, they are jealous, and some people, they are just doubting whether you're cheating on them, whether you're not. So unfortunately that time Matthew called. So when Matthew called the girl she told me that she thought of leaving the call, but at some point the boyfriend sometimes condemns her that why is she not picking the calls. So she had to pick the call. So when Jen picked the call of Matthew, they talked. After the call immediately, but of course John was suspecting maybe there is something, they are talking about, or they are dating. So, jealous men, men who are jealous. So John was like, these people are going to cheat on me. They have been cheating on me. Now they are bringing it to me. They are showing that, oh, this is real. So after the talk, of course, Matthew was asking, the things. Was asking, how are you? Is it okay be calling you every day? Like that. So John thought maybe Jen has gotten a new crush. So after the phone call, do you know what happened? Guess what happened? John got hold of Jane and he slapped her. The boyfriend slapped Jane. So after the slap, they quarreled, they complained, Then Jane explained to him, this was my customer. He just came at the shop, bought something and left. So he later requested for my number. I just gave it him with no intentions. And maybe the other one had intentions, but for me, I never knew. I thought it was a customer relationship. Only that. Me, I stopped there. I thought that was it. But maybe, I don't know. But me, I have no connection. I have no relationship with this so-called Matthew. So after the slap, they quarreled a bit. After, they continued with their relationship. But me, I brought this story. But of course, you may think, anything you think about. So, of course, I know when you're not married, you are not given all that chance, that like owning someone. But of course, even though you're not owning that person, but beating, even when you're married, you should not beat your wives. People who are married, they should not beat their wives. So I'm just wondering if that relationship continued. I'm thinking the beating would continue. Yes. So what do you think? My dear viewers, write in the comment section and tell me, was the boyfriend supposed to beat the girl? Is it allowed in a relationship setting? Is it allowed even in marriage setting? And what are the consequences of those people who are beaten in marriage? Or those people who are beaten in a relationship? Can that relationship continue to progress? Because if that red flag starts from relationship, just courtship, then if they get married. So do you advise these people should continue the relationship, or the girl should give up on the relationship? Give me your views and we see what next, what can be done on this kind of torture in a relationship, just a mere relationship. I'm just worried. Like, why should a boyfriend beat me when you are not together? Like, so tell me, my friends, I'm just waiting. Seated in the comment section, you tell me what you think about, and you give advice for those people who are still doing such acts, or those who are thinking to do them. So what do you tell them? What do you advise those people? So put a comment in the comment section and tell me. There are some people who do those things, and which is not good, which is not allowed. Your flower. You remember when you are courting, you tell your loved one, you say, oh, my love, my honey, my everyday life. Like, if the person is your everyday life, why should you beat her? So thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Have a beautiful life and time.